And now, the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Yo!
Oh, yeah!
Yo!
That sounds like you're coming down a water slide to start the show.
Yo!
Hey! It's the Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. I'm Dan Soder. That's Big J. Oakerson.
I'm pointing my feet up on that water slide, so when I land, it's fanning everybody with that splash.
Nice. I was going to do it so I get a little bit of an enema, and then there's a little bit of poop water that comes out of my bathing suit.
I told that recently that my first crazy water slide put all of my lining up my ass, and I thought I shit myself in the wave pool afterwards, and I just shit out the mesh? I farted out the mesh.
Yeah, fart mesh.
I fart meshed it.
You're a fart mesh. At the top of the show, most importantly, a couple congratulations to some lifelong campers.
Yeah, some congratulations and some condolences also.
Well, condolences. It's going to go the whole range. Number one, Phil and Crystal, congratulations on the baby.
Oh yeah, doesn't the baby have a weird name too? It's great.
I think it's Lou McJacob, Black Lou, Oakerson, Soder.
No, it's like Fancy Feast.
Fancy Feast,
McLovin, Phil.
But yeah, Phil. And Phil. But congratulations to them. And then Stephanie Falcone got hitched. Her and the +1. Congratulations, Falcone.
Hells yeah.
We'll tweet out the cake is great. She's got a bonfire flag and Minnie Mouse ears. And he's got the Ghostbusters pack on, which is awesome. No wrestling, though. I'm a little surprised.
Tell you what she didn't send any videos of that wedding. Her dancing. All this talk.
All this shit talking.
All this talk.
I did get a video of the end of the ceremony, if I could just play that.
Play it.
By all means, please. Okay. It's amazing what she did here. She told me she was going to do this.
The first time, Mr. and Mrs. Jason Brown.
Hell yeah.
You're beautiful.
You look so beautiful.
I totally forgot I sent her that drop.
Is that what you did instead of going the way you were supposed to? Real nice, asshole.
At least I gave her a gift.
What'd you do this weekend?
Oh, nice. That looks nice. They got the bubbles going.
What'd you do this weekend, Lou? Such a big deal you couldn't go.
I stayed home sick and not winning.
Yeah. He has been sick, though.
A sick's a fair one. And he had to still say he's sick now.
It's not AIDS, Dan.
They look like a problem couple if you're going by what's happening on top of that cake.
Why?
It looks like he's annoyed that she's infatuated with a radio show, and to cure his pain, he drinks. Also, if asked to get dressed up for a very special event, a life changer like a wedding, he would go as far as to wear a Ghostbusters t-shirt for her.
But doesn't he have a proton pack on the back, or am I crazy?
No.
Does he have a proton pack on? So
I think that's what's holding them up. I don't think it's a proton pack. She's wearing one too.
Jetpacks. There are a couple that jetpacks together stays together.
I'm not sure what's on his head. Is that a wrestling thing?
I really do like you come in
wrestling.
You come in like a detective.
I'm just saying. If I'm picking apart this picture,
can I look at the picture? Can I see the photo of the deceased?
If you wouldn't, would you mind?
Thank you.
Interesting.
Study.
Looks like he's got a bit of a drinking problem.
I love that they did the everybody wins what's the name of that?
All I Do Is Win.
All I Do Is Win.
Yeah, so and she told me they were going to do that. It's amazing. I've seen Stephanie a few times recently. She came to Rhode Island. She came when we did Skanks in Boston. She's the best, man. Mm-hmm. She's so cool. And I'm so happy for her. Yeah. When I said goodbye to her last time, is this the last time you're a single woman? It's your chance now to go. You can just run, get the fuck out of here.
Go. Be the bride that flees like Atlanta. Remember that lady that fucking took off?
Oh, yeah.
Runaway bride.
Runaway bride.
She had big, crazy eyes. Was she on drugs? Whatever happened with that?
She had crazy eyes. Yeah, she had bug eyes. And a little ant head.
Yeah.
I say let her go.
We just sound like we're mean girling her.
Yeah.
Oh, she smelled like cardboard.
Yeah.
She had big boots.
All right,
goddamn right she was a runaway bride. That's why she looked like a white Kenyan.
Yeah.
She was all ant headed.
I cannot stop running. I must not stop running.
This weekend I couldn't go to Stephanie's wedding because I went to Philadelphia with Ron Bennington.
Hell yeah.
We did a radio show.
Which I believe we will be airing a week from this Thursday.
Yeah, crossover
show. Bennington, Big J.
Me and Ron Bennington at the Keystone, first ever Keystone Comic-Con, not Philly Comic-Con. That was made very important to us.
Really? They were like, this is the Keystone Comic-Con.
It's hilarious. It's a very, very funny show. We interviewed Bam Margera.
Yeah. I saw the picture on Instagram.
He came out and hung out with us. And super fun to do that, organized horribly.
Really?
Yeah, well, we were told we were only able to give away X amount of tickets, and they cut us off on giving tickets to listeners and fans.
Idiots.
At 100 and some. 120, I think they said.
We had a cutoff of 150. I think we had 170 and it ended up being 120.
Okay, right. So it was, and they go, don't do that. It's a 600-seat room, so you can only give away this many because there's 15,000 badge holders, and that thing's going to be full. And I will tell you, who showed up? 120 people, 121 people on the nose. Found that out when I asked the question, anybody here just for like Comic-Con, or is everybody here for the thing? And just one black dude in the back of the room clapped.
And he goes, man, I just wanted to sit down.
It was really, and he left pretty shortly after.
He's like, I got to meet Voltron, and then I just wanted to sit down. I met the arm from Voltron.
He left. He did leave pretty shortly after. But
I always like those. I like Comic-Cons that are outside of the Comic-Con in San Diego because it is like it's like when like a Planet Hollywood in like Minnesota, where you're like, oh cool, that's the thing you have on the wall. Or Comic-Con, like the knife from Rambo will be there, and you're like, yeah, that's a good Comic-Con moment.
It was nice, like the knife from Rambo 3.
Yeah, you go, oh god damn it, it's the bad guy's knife. I don't want to see that.
It's also the bad guy's knife.
Yeah,
and not the bad guy. The bad guy's henchman.
You know, the main fight, the test that wears out Rambo the most, and you're like, god damn it. That's the knife. That's the knife. But that's, I mean, that really does show you, I mean, Christine, you're a super producer.
Dude, I'm telling you, if we didn't give away tickets at all.
Yeah.
To the fans, we would have been fucking Drew Michael in it. I mean, empty room.
Dude, you and Bennington doing that kind of style though?
Oh yeah.
I would love to just smirking at the camera when you say something dirty.
Man, you know.
You go.
It's like,
you ever seen Asian girl with a black dick?
Yo, thoughts, man. Nutty, wacky, crazy thoughts. Like, yo, maybe we should have kept the guest list open a little bit longer. Just nutty shit, man. Nutty, wacky, nutty stuff. Dan, just look at my mouth now. You know, it's funny. Sometimes you get a guest list together, and then you find out the guest list isn't all it was cracked up to be, and they told you it was going to be full, but it wasn't full at all.
Wait, Jay,
it actually came through with no people whatsoever.
What is a guest? Am I a guest? I mean, technically, we're all guests. You're a guest right now in my mind.
Great news. My next special is directed by Trent Reznor, and I'm doing it on the roof of a building. And every one of my jokes in between, I have Christine try to talk me from jumping off the roof.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, it's pretty upsetting.
No one except Christine. If I can make her laugh while also trying desperately to keep me from jumping off a roof.
I don't mean to one-up you, but in 2023... I will drill to the center of the universe, to the center of the earth.
Dan Soder's comedy from the core?
Yeah, comedy from the core. It's just going to go from the core.
Dan Soder from the core?
From the core.
That's where he really started to stretch his legs in comedy, if you ask this old fucking comedy historian.
That guy is doing an hour in a heat suit built to deal with the gravity and the pressure. I mean, we are talking about comedy at an elite level. Dude, hell yeah. I didn't mean to make that announcement on the heels of your fucking Don't Jump the special.
Oh, dude. I guess I didn't mean to usurp you, but
Big J special splatter.
Dude, I fucking love it. I'm gonna do my entire special to my mom while she's crying. While I'm talking to her on those telephones in prison.
That's pretty all through a fucking bulletproof glass?
Just to my mom through bulletproof glass on the phone.
That's pretty awesome.
And the audio, they told me they're able to get it right from the phone itself.
I'm gonna do my special, actually dual skydiving, tandem skydiving with my mom.
You have to go with your mom now too?
Yeah.
I like my mom. We're gonna be talking through the thing.
You changed
in between my jokes.
I'll be like, you changed the game.
I'll be like, so that's my thing with black dicks. I'm sorry, I can't take care of things from in here, Mom. What do you want me to do? You think I want to be in here? You gonna lay a guilt trip on me? I'm trying to do my time.
And people are gonna see
he goes, I remember the last time I flew Southwest Airlines. I mean, talk about battle royale. It's like Hunger Games for a middle seat in that thing.
And then someone goes, I'm going to turn the channel. I go, why did you and Dad break up? I go, you really learned a lot by talking to your parents as an adult. I learned I wasn't wanted. Pull the cord.
Oh my God, this is terrifying. I got to switch channels back. I'm doing what I got to do to survive, Ma. Okay? I'm doing what I gotta do. I don't need a file. I need barrettes and a pretty dress. I'm trying to get by over here. Anywho, he goes, Trump, huh? I mean, if this guy doesn't bring on Armageddon, what's gonna? Am I right?
Dude, these specials are getting pretty out of hand.
And then my mom's gonna go, I don't understand, baby. None of these things are funny. You've committed a real serious crime you have to face here. And I'm just gonna look at her and be like, damn, Mom. Cue David Lynch music. We're out. Hello, Emmy.
Hello.
Hello, Emmys.
Guess where I will.
Hello, Michael Che and Colin Jost. My name's Jay Oakerson. I'll be here in the front row. They kind of put us up here so we don't have to take a long walk when we win our Emmy.
When I'm guaranteed my statue. He goes, I don't know, Dan.
So that says Mel Gibson. He goes, oh, maybe that's what it looks like to you, but it looks like Jay Oakerson. I'll be honest, this suit, I don't want to get it wrinkly on a long walk. I'm just going to try to be right here by the steps.
I'm preparing.
You know you need me.
He goes, also, real quick, there's a wheelbarrow next to the stage. That's for me to haul all my goods.
I thought you were going to say, he goes, is there a ramp? You see that wheelbarrow? He goes, that's what brings my huge nuts up to the stage with me.
Those are my big old balls.
That's my big old
my
nuts.
artistic balls. You go, Dan, you better get a guest host, next year at this time, because I'm going to the Emmys. Because I'm walking
I'll see you motherfuckers at the Emmys, because that special is going to talk turkey.
At the last day, before you leave, I go, Jay, you want to hang out? Oh, I forgot you're going to LA this weekend for the Emmys. You go, yeah, so you have a good time, and you're about to put on sunglasses. You go, I gotta go to the hardware store, and then you put them on. You know, like a trophy? All right. That was better in my head. That was better in my head cinematically than I think actual jokes.
Cinematically was fantastic.
It was the beginning of a CSI Miami.
If you were wondering why I was holding the double L's up, it's because I was trying to see it in frame.
Dude, I know you tracked it, and the lighting would have been better. As a joke, it just ate a dick, but then as a cinematic shot, it won hearts.
Well, me and Ron Bennington and Bam Margera had a lovely time. The people that were there were great. Really fun, actually, really fun, really funny show. Chris Stanley joined us at one point. It was, just us talking Philly shit to Philly people. Really, it was fun.
I didn't know that Bennington knew Don Vito, Bam Margera's uncle.
Spoiler alert.
Knew him, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I will tell you all the things. But yeah, it's funny. I found out, as did Bam Margera on the show, that he has like an actual history.
Yeah, but he said
Bam Margera. He grew up with Bam Margera's dad and uncles.
It's crazy because we were at I forget which comedy club we were at. Bennington was telling a story, and he's like, he just said it casually, like, I'm at Don Vito's. We're at the cellar. He's like, I'm at Don Vito's house, and I was like, that can't be. But I was like, it's Philly. Bam's from the Philly area.
And Chester. And
yeah.
Bennington's from Chester.
Yeah. And then he said it again, and he was like, hey, this is years ago. I'm not at Don Vito's. And I'm like, Don Vito from fucking CKY2K and Jackass and, Viva La Bam? So yeah, I didn't know that. And I didn't even bring it up to him when he said it. I was just kind of assuming that's who he was talking about.
Yeah. He has these legendary stories. I guess Bam Margera's dad's the only person to ever hit a home run to the roof of Chichester High School.
Really?
And when Bennington brought that up backstage, Bam Margera's, I don't know if it's his wife or his girlfriend, goes, oh my God, it's crazy that he knows that story. Which does you know that Phil tells that story all the time. He goes, Bam gives me a lot of shit sitting there in the bathroom and stuff, but I did. I'm the only guy to ever bing one off the top of Chichester High.
That's great. I used to drop dingers.
I ding one on the roof.
That's fucking awesome. We're going to air that a week from Thursday. That'll be a Lost Tapes.
Going to Philly, it was weird. A bunch of weird things happened. Then we went outside, me and Christina smoked a cigarette and bumped into a big fan of the show. And his friend, it's always fun to talk to a guy with a friend, and the friend's not a big fan of the stuff.
Dude, it's every weekend. When you're on the road, there's always a person that's like, I fucking love this show. And there's always one person that goes, he makes me listen to it. And stop phrasing it like that. Yeah. Stop phrasing it like he makes me, there's a bunch of truckers in Sacramento that came out this weekend. Shout out to Michael and all the other truckers I met. But all their wives are like, yeah, he really likes it. And you're like, I know you don't, and this is just an awkward place.
Dude, this guy trying to chump his boy who is a fan, which I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
Because the guy was such a sweetheart. I'm a fan of things too, so I get being a fan.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was like, you want to take a picture? Or he wanted to take a picture, and we could take a picture. So we're doing. His friends go like, there you go.
Oh.
There you go. And
like a dog?
He's not even
like a dog, like you're making a dog swallow a pill?
Yeah,
he's there you go.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's like, if he knows how thicky it's coming off, but it was, and I liked the guy enough.
Yeah.
The friend was cool. We talked with both of them for like an hour, and he was a good guy, but it's funny with one person who's so on the in with everything about you, and another guy who's just like, He says you're somebody, I guess. Couldn't tell by that crowd in there.
Yeah,
that's also a first exposure to a fucking vacuous, empty room.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. He goes, yeah, this guy you're a big fan of seems like a big deal.
Yeah, a lot of people are fans. I'm kidding. Let's go. Cause idling outside.
Put it this way, I talked to that guy about insomnia cookies longer than anything about he wanted to know about me or my career.
That's so funny. He's like,
I know what he does. He lives in Belmar, New Jersey. He installs glassware. He's doing a job at the Port Authority today.
He's blocks away from us.
No, Port Authority in Philadelphia.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's doing some glass work there on the handrail.
You know a lot about this man.
I'll be honest with you, he probably still couldn't tell you the name of our radio show.
He goes, I don't know, it's called the Campers. It's called the Campfire.
My friend over here is like a fruit for you guys.
He jerks off in his own mouth thinking about you.
Hey, the guys do it just as bad as the women, but the women, I don't know why I think women will start doing it now as like a joke because I talk about it so much. Mm-hmm. But as of now, I haven't seen it done as a joke. And it's still done every weekend, even though I've talked about it. Women that come up and they go, he is my boyfriend. He will tell he wants to suck your dick. I mean, he's such a big fan. You're like, lady, please stop doing it. You're making everyone uncomfortable.
Stop it. She goes, hey, he wants a play date with you. Do you guys want to rub your wieners together? He listens to you. He doesn't feel lonely when he listens to you. I think he's half a fagoon. So, here, do you guys want to kiss? You guys want a tongue kiss? And you're like, lady, please stop this. This man's very nice. And I appreciate his fucking support.
Speaking of good fans, let's give her right to her voice to ear here. Stephanie Falcone wants to call in and clear something up.
It's no longer Falcone.
No, it is.
It is.
Damn it.
She ain't changed. He changed his name to Falcone.
I told you it was a pack. Yes.
Yeah, it was a proton pack the whole time. Yeah. Stephanie.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Stephanie.
Congratulations, princess.
Thank you.
What'd you guys do that night? Did you fall asleep? It's always weird on a wedding. It could go full-blown fuck sesh. It could go right to sleep.
We were exhausted. We spent so much time planning everything except for the actual, exit strategy after the fact that we ended up crammed in my sister-in-law's car with my mom, my sister, and all the, the veil, the dress, the guest book, and just hot as hell, just crammed up and just wanting to be done. So we ended up just going back to the hotel and passing out.
Nobody could get you an Uber XL?
No, I didn't even think. At one point I was like, I should have just gotten Uber, but I was like, I have too much shit, and then we'd have to bring it to the hotel. So we brought the shit to his mother's house and then went back to the hotel and just went to bed.
Nice.
Not even a hot make-out finger blast sesh or anything, huh?
I mean, I'm a lady.
Mm-hmm.
We don't discuss everything.
Oh, I thought you meant. I think I'm a lady, so of course I have a vagina, and he put his fingers in it.
1 + 1 = 2, you idiot.
I get the wink, Stephanie. Finger blast. Good job. You don't have to say anything. You're a lady.
Also, Go Pack Go cleared it up. It's Austin Creek is the name of their son.
Oh, yeah.
And so Jay, he goes, it's no fancy feat.
This is the retraction portion of the show.
Yeah, this is where we come back and make all... I just, again, want to apologize for that hardware joke, because that was a swing and a miss, so we're just making retractions. Get it all out there.
And there was wrestling involved. His best man did come out to the Stone Cold theme song.
That's pretty badass. But if he wanted to go full Stone Cold, he should have given you a stunner and then walked off with your friend drinking beer with your husband.
Yeah.
They just stunned Stephanie Falcone. That son of a bitch. They're walking out of here.
Oh, great. You just double beers it and starts throwing middle fingers at her?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
The top.
He asked if he could do the double beers.
Oh, hell yeah. Your husband did?
My husband asked on behalf of the best man.
Oh, man. You should have let him double beers it.
I didn't want to get... It was a really nice place. I didn't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, but slam
together... a little beer on the floor?
Yeah, crack together 2 Miller Lights.
Paying prime bucks. This is your day. You do what you want to do.
Yeah, Bridezilla that at the end.
Grab whatever you want, baby girl.
Exactly.
Oh, I did what I wanted to do.
Good.
You should have had a fucking baby pool. Someone give birth in a baby pool in the middle of that shit if you wanted to.
That's some weird shit for a wedding.
No, that's what you want to do. That's what you do.
You go, we're going to have a live birth here in this baby pool. And you go, dude, is this...
Sorry, I was a wedding planner in Germany for many years. Is that not what they do here? Is that not tradition here?
Yeah, I try fast forward 10 years, me getting married in Germany, and he goes, so would you like the natural baby pool? He
goes, you have to bring your own doula.
Yeah, your doula will bring the proper things. You're like, wait, that's a real thing in Germany? Well, of course. The baby pool.
Of course. So it was a protein pack. I stand corrected. Stephanie, we love you. Congratulations.
Thanks, Jay. I'll see you Friday. We're wrapping our honeymoon at Mohegan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Total win. I love it. We'll do some gambling. We'll partay.
Love it.
We'll see you, sweetie. Congratulations. We love you here from all the campers. Congratulations to Falcone plus one.
Black Lou sent a wedding gift on behalf of all you guys, so thank you guys for that.
It's fucking awesome.
I got that Saturday morning while I was getting ready to go to the hotel, and I was already a ball of nerves, and I read the letter from Lou, and I just broke down crying. It was the absolute sweetest thing in the world. It meant everything to me, so thank you guys.
I picked it out and paid for it, but I let everybody sign it because that's weird.
It was all my concept. I'm the bigger idea guy, so I came up with the whole thing. And then
Lou made it. Jacob tried it.
Yeah.
What did we send?
There's one more thing that's
was it not a head of lettuce?
Junk that had to be. You said that sent the junk that had to be out of the office by last week.
It's not true at all. I guess it's just that's how you look at gifts. I look at him like I appreciate him.
So you didn't want 2 ghillie suits.
Okay.
You guys aren't going to go on a couple sniper mission. Okay.
All right.
Sure.
I see what's happening.
Cool. No, Black Lou, thank you for doing that. Black Lou pulled one of the nicest moves and sent her all the original Dan Soder with special guest Big J Oakerson test shows.
Hells yeah. That's fucking pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
I broke down. It was the sweetest thing in the world, so thank you guys.
Congratulations. Again, so I guess the Lou's did in fact build it, and me and Dan are conceptually fully responsible.
Fully responsible.
We love you, and we'll talk to you very soon. I'll see you Friday. Stephanie
love you, boys.
Everybody. She's the best. She's the sweetest.
Yeah.
I want to wrap up Philly because I know our guest is coming in after the break. With 2 weird things happening in Philly to us. One was while we were outside talking to these fans, a pizza delivery got booked up. I've never had this happen in my life. Full pizza. It seemed cold.
Okay.
But he comes over to us and goes, "Hey, I can't get a hold of the person who's not answering their phone who ordered this pizza. So if you guys want it, I'll give you a good deal." And he opens it. And it's a full pizza, but totally cold.
No.
And I was like, "No, man, we're okay." And he's like, "All right," like almost like we blew it.
Yeah, you had your chance.
And it's just, I don't think I'm the weird person there.
No, not at all. Number one, it wasn't your responsibility.
Not my responsibility, but
number 2, it's a cold pizza.
If it was a hot pizza, who buys a reappropriated street pizza?
Yeah, you're saying this is like garage sale street pizza. This isn't top shelf street pizza.
Give it to a homeless guy before you offer me a nice sharky deal on a back alley pizza.
Can I tell you, this guy, I have faith in this guy, that he is that much of a salesman that he can walk up to you with the energy and go, "You want a cold street pizza? You idiot, you just blew your chance." The fact that that's where he goes is pretty awesome.
He's like, there's nothing but Coke under this.
You go, what?
Suit yourself, asshole.
You know what it's stuffed with? Stuffed crust? This is stuffed build pizza. It's all $100 in there. For $5, you would have made $40,000.
Hey, you want to figure out how to get rid of a hot pizza on top of fucking 2 kilos of Coke, you idiot?
Have you ever smuggled
drugs? The pizza.
Take the pizza. You're the buyer. I'm the seller.
He goes, when you see a fat man on the streets of Philadelphia, he goes, if you ask him,
did you order pizza?
He goes, if you tell him, my guy didn't answer his phone, would you like to buy a pizza? That person will say no. And then you have your man.
We can't arrest him until you have him confirmed saying, "I will take the cold pizza." He has to say, "I will take the cold pizza." That's why he goes,
that pizza's cold. He's like, yeah.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Do you want it?
He goes, why the fuck would I take a cold pizza? That's not the signal. He's looking at me, he goes, just say the thing.
He starts sweating, looking at rooftops. There's snipers up there. He's like,
say the thing, man. Say the thing. He goes, I don't know what you want me to say.
I don't want to fucking...
I'm not going to take a cold pizza.
It's just a girl 5 feet away going, "No, go talk to him. You fucking pussy." And the guy's like, "I gotta take him down. He's saying cold pizza, man. Say the fucking cold pizza."
Someone else goes, "I'll take that cold pizza." He goes, "It's not for you, man. Just get the fuck out of here."
"No, but I'll take it."
"Do you want this cold pizza?" He goes, "That guy just told you he would buy your cold pizza. Why are you sticking here with me?"
The homeless guy. "I won't take pizza. Get out of here. Beat it, bum.
Beat it, homeless Pete Davidson."
Yeah.
I'll take pizza.
Dude, I was watching ZO2 bloopers that you sent me, which are awesome with you, Kurt, and Patrice. But there is one of the guys from ZO2 looks like Future Pete.
Yeah,
Paulie, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I was like, it's crazy how much he looks like Pete Davidson.
Gotta have Pete go full-blown Jew-fro.
Yeah. Grow it out.
With that.
Permit.
Z-Rock bloopers, if you type that in YouTube,
great.
They're available. Really fun.
Episode 8 has got Pete. It's got grown Pete.
Season 2, Episode 8.
Season 2, Episode 8, yeah. Big J, Kurt, and Patrice. There's Patrice on a tour bus. It's fucking hilarious.
It's really fun. It's me significantly fatter but it was very fun. It reminded me how fun the show was because it was the improv script. So they have all these different outtakes of me and different people just saying lines.
Yeah, but it's like you and Kurt.
Rapid fire shit over and over again. Yeah, it's really, really fun. Yeah, Future Pete.
Future Pete!
That's really hilarious. The rest of the night in Philly was fine. We hung out. We went to Wawa. Didn't get Wawa, though. Just got, like, other sort of small snacky stuff. Why? Because we put on a fucking display yesterday.
Oh.
Are you kidding? Went to my mom's, did cheesesteak stromboli.
Yeah.
And then left and went to get Wawa for the night that we were bringing home. While at Wawa,
you got a text from Sheetz?
No.
Where are you at? And you're all...
It is funny how much I gave the lady that made our ridiculous sized order. A guy came in there who was a fan of the show and asked to take a picture with me, and she asked her at one point, what was that about? I was like, I have a radio show that, I go, it's funny we talk about Wawa, but Wawa can't get behind us because they're a Quaker company. This lady goes, she goes, you like Sheetz? I went, yeah, you know, it's funny, like Sheetz is trying to court us. She goes, I love Sheetz. I go, you think Sheetz is better than Wawa? And she goes, a little bit.
No way, really?
I tipped her.
Did you?
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, the signs are there.
Then again, also, she said, and Christine...
Our first video.
Christine told me this was ridiculous. She said Wawa's coffee sucks, Dunkin' Donuts is better, and that's got to be crazy.
She didn't.
Why are you staring at it? I know you're a Dunkin' guy. There's no Wawa here, but Wawa, I'm not a coffee person, but the way they have their coffee set up in the selection, I'd be blown away if it's not better.
It's okay. It's okay. We're talking hot coffee. They're on par together. As far as iced coffee goes, you can only get the fucking super sweetened Wawa iced coffee, which is delicious.
Oh, Christine mentioned that same thing yesterday.
But it's not iced coffee.
It's like
not
a treat.
Iced coffee. It's like fucking. Yeah. I'm like, it's so good.
It's so good though. Like when I drive home from like Helium, Philly, or like when I was in King of Prussia, if I stop at a Wawa, I'm gonna get an iced coffee because it's so sweet and desserty. But I wouldn't drink that shit during the day because it's straight up sugar. Okay. But like Dunkin' Donuts, which I have right now,
you can't just pour coffee on ice.
No.
Thank you.
It's got to be cold brewed.
It doesn't need to be cold brew. You brew the coffee and then you let it settle at room temperature and put it in the fridge. So otherwise it's just going to melt the ice and then you get super watered down coffee. So you try to ice
it. Whatever you want, baby girl.
What's the? Is that Pippa?
That's Pippa. Yeah.
Oh no.
Let's take our first break. Actually, I'll tell the rest of the Wawa thing that happened when our guest comes in.
7?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was going to be here.
No, I told him 7. I thought you had told him earlier, but I just texted him and he said you told me 7.
So he's not here yet. No. Oh, I'll just tell
then we'll finish the Wawa story because our fucking guest
isn't even here yet, idiot.
He fucking hates us.
I can't wait.
There. Ready for the story? I mean, yeah, dude.
While we were in Wawa, we were getting the apple fritters, which, shout out Ginger Ninja.
I mean, turn me on to those too.
I've never even heard of that at Wawa. Thought to get it. I never even went in the bakery cabinet. Never ever.
When Ginger
the tasty cakes.
You remember when you gave me those when we were here and you're like, here's 2, it was at Skankfest. Yeah, at Skankfest Ginger Ninja brought them and she's like, Christine was like, here's 2 apple fritters. I went, Shane and I were playing video games because he lives around the corner, and I was like, I'll give you one and I'll have one. And I ate one, and we were playing a game of Madden, and then I just started eating the second one. Of course. And then by the end of the game, I just ate it all.
We had the same experience where we shared it, and we're like, we shouldn't have shared that.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good, but, I mean, Sheetz, what do you got?
Sheetz, what do you got as far as that? Oh, you cocksucker. It's so good.
Oh, like that? Oh, it's making it move.
It's so weird.
I like it.
The guy brought him in here.
The guy brought him in here?
Yeah.
Ginger Ninja?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
He's a person, Jacob.
I remember the smell.
Apple fritter mule.
I remember all my self-control.
Oh, you went home and jerked off to the smell, you weird?
He had to go whip himself with a thorned whip in his back because he's like, he thought about sweets. I hope flogging himself.
I hope I could describe this well. We're walking around, and while we're walking around the store, Christine says,
suck my dick, you fatso. You are rude.
It was a weird place to throw it in the gauntlet like that. She goes, you want a piece of apple fritter right now? I know you do. And she's right. I did.
Yeah.
But really why she says things like that to me is because she really does.
Yeah, it's a drug addict behavior.
She does know for a fact I would have not suggested it or done it at all, but she knows if she asks me a question like that, on cheat day especially, come on.
That was me when I drank, that was me getting people to do shots at the bar. I wanted to do shots. I would talk to you, and Nate one time goes, "You're legitimately like a car salesman with shots." You're like, "Let's get you something. What do you like, a vodka? Just something easy?" Think
of the hours here. This will help you get to sleep quicker, and you'll get more sleep on the thing. If you drink a lot of water, you won't even be hungover.
All you gotta do is just drink a couple more glasses of water, and also you're getting a lot more fun in a shorter amount of time by doing a shot like that.
I like giving real facts that aren't real. Like, if you drew 2 glasses of water after each shot, like, it actually, that is the exact ratio for no hangover.
Yeah, you get drunk, but you don't get a hangover. Everyone knows that. It's what the Russian spies do. Russian spies did it all the time.
Christine, at the moment, she's almost like walking away trying to be sort of cute. Mm-hmm. And she's shoveling 4 fingers in her mouth almost. Apple fritter.
This is a family show.
She's like, she's going to go. And she's back, and while she's backing up, trying to like cutesy back up while she's eating it. There's a cute chick by the coffee machine. I said, I hope this translates well to the story as hard as me and Christine have laughed about it. And I will say, before you fucking write your letters how mean I am to Christine, this was a joke from the get-go, which is funny. I aggressively, like, overacting, but, like, violently got her to not hit that lady.
Yeah.
But, like, shoving Christine, I grab her. I go, "Get the fuck out of the way, you fat turd. You're gonna hurt that hot chick."
That's so funny. Watch out. Pretty lady almost got smashed into you.
Okay. You almost hurt that hot chick.
Oh, you fat comet. You almost just ran into that beautiful planet. That girl goes, "What?"
Christine was laughing so hard, she goes, "What?" I go, she goes, "And I'm shoving apple fritter into my face while it's happening."
I get it. Thank you so much. But it is funny that she's like doing a shit talking gorging where she's like,
yeah.
Get out of the way!
It's like a Chris Pratt file. And she's doing something crazy, just like clotheslining her through a tray of tasty cakes. A whole display goes, "You're gonna hurt that hot chick?" Yeah!
Goes, "Dude, I was at work today and some dude Terry Tated his girlfriend out of a hot girl's way."
Fucking red roostered her.
Oh, dude, fucking took her out, side tackle. Yeah, there's nothing better. There's something always hilarious about, like, cocky eating and then it going bad. And that's what the fuck.
I stopped a guy from doing that in Montreal, and I thought I was almost waiting. The vibe was so weird, I felt like the guy was waiting to talk shit about me when I couldn't hear him, and I stayed close to wait for it so I could hit him.
Jesus.
I think he got mad at me. Probably some industry guy, quite honestly, but he was drunk, holding a drink outside and, like, doing the weird, like, walk back, like, bullshit with his buddies, and he was about to, like, slam into Mary Lynn Rajskub.
Yeah.
I hope I say her name right. She's a hilarious one and a sweetheart. But he's backing in her, and he's getting ready to whale her.
Yeah.
He's coming fast. So I kind of, like, put my hand out to, like,
stop
him and hit his back. But, you know, the drink spills all over the place. And I was like, buddy, he's like, you gotta look, you're about to, like, take this group out here. And he just, like, was kind of like, and went around.
Yeah.
I see him, like, talking to other 50-something-year-old industry-looking guys.
The worst.
And kind of give, like, the side eye to me where I'm like, say something, fuckface. Mm-hmm. Like, why? Because I stopped you from bumping into a chick, you dope.
Being a rude asshole.
Yeah. I don't do a lot of big crowd, public, backward walking, flailing motions. Apparently my girlfriend does.
And I told Henderson, you got to deal with it. Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus. Did I just knock over everything?
Oh, yeah. That's always the walk I go. And I said on the golf course, it's always a win for... Oh, shit.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, God. Where did you come from? Let's take our first break. Yeah, because we're not going to take this all the way to 7.
No, we can't. We'll take our break. We'll come back quick. We'll break quick. We'll get our guest in. Then we have plenty to talk about.
Goddamn right. I want to talk about... Oh, man, I'm so jealous of the package you guys got this weekend.
It's Bonfire.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
It's Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. I'm Big J. Oakerson. That's Dan Soder. Dan Soder's probably got some gigs coming up.
Damn right I do.
Let me fucking tell you about them.
Well, I'm gonna tell you where you can catch Big J September 20th through the 22nd. He's gonna be
Dan Soder is coming to a tent. Tell you about him.
Well, I'm gonna tell you where you can catch Big J September 20th through the 22nd. He's gonna be
Dan Soder is coming to a town near you. The next nearest town is
Jay. I'm so excited for you to
Next
rock.
down.
Jay's gonna rock. Comedy at Mohegan Sun.
Ah,
if you're in New
you
England this Thursday through Saturday, September 20th through the 22nd, go check out Jay at Comics Mohegan Sun. And then at Yuck Yucks in Calgary, September 28th and 29th. Tickets and the album Crowdwork Sessions Volume 2, I promised myself I wouldn't ask, all available at bigjcomedy.com.
Also, I want to say about Comics Mohegan Sun, I've been doing a lot of New England recently, and I just want to say, if you come out, I'm working on new stuff, and all that means is I'm mostly talking to the audience and having fun. So the shows will be different and stuff. You just saw me in Rhode Island. I'll do my best to kind of keep things scattered around. So, but yeah, please come out, Mohegan Sun. Me and Mike Fennoy is going to be joining me on that.
Hell yeah, that'll be a fun weekend.
Dan Soder.
Hi.
Going to be in Minneapolis, Acme Comedy Club. That's the 20th through the 22nd. And after that, he's going to be at the Funny Bone in Omaha Fun Club, dude. You're going to love it there. They're excited for you out there. September 27th and 28th for tickets and all.
That's actually through the 29th. I don't know if it's
27th through the 29th.
I'm sorry, I lied to you, Jay.
No, it was Christine.
Guys, no, let's not do that.
Here's where we go,
dude.
For tickets and all the tour dates, visit dansoder.com. Christine is the focus of a new series, because me and Christine fight a lot. We fight plenty.
No, you don't.
And luckily, Christine's been reading a lot of articles written by her saying that it's better if couples fight a lot. They're stronger. So
I didn't say it's better. I said it says that you love each other more.
Yeah, well, you guys do have a very passionate, I call it, an Italian-like love for each other.
Well, we get over our fights. You can see by her chest and face, I put 3 cigarettes out on her yesterday, and that'll learn the bit.
Hey, look at that. Someone's graduated to a higher learning.
It's not called graduate. What's it called? Escalating.
Escalating.
Things are escalating.
Just to clear this up, what really happened is I was heating up DeRosa's Wawa meatballs, and I pulled it out of the microwave, and it fucking splattered me.
Oh, you got TF
and
by the
like
Wawa
I have
meatballs?
cigarette burns on my chest and my face.
Dude,
and you fell down the stairs that one time.
I mean, I fell down
the meatballs attacked you, and the stairs hit you.
She goes, meatballs don't like me. It's classic.
I shouldn't bother those meatballs when they're tired.
I said the Italian thing, but the thing I've been doing to piss off Vecchio, not piss him off, but like joke around with him, jokingly piss him off, is I always bring up the fact that he's Italian, and when I'm talking about dating, the girl I'm dating, I'm like, I've been lovers with an Italian, and while the women make good lovers, they're not good people. They'd be like, hey, you need to stop doing that. You know, when you just go over the joke, and he's kind of like, yeah, no, I'm having fun with it, but sometimes it's like, it's a little much.
Yeah, that's how Ari is with Armenians.
You go,
all right.
Yeah, that's what it is. He gives it all right sometimes.
All right.
I go, Italian women. Very good lovers. I've had your women.
I'm just going to point out, because we argue enough to make sure this happens weekly.
Yeah.
I'm going to start writing down on my phone the best quotes of Christine Evans' logic that makes no sense in arguments.
So we're going to have...
I'd like her to hear them later.
Well, I feel like a positive way to spin that would be to call it another inspirational Christine quote.
Yeah, and these are just a sentence. It's a random sentence or a phrase.
Can we get some sweet music?
Is it possible? Maybe a little intro, Dan, of some sort?
And now, another Christine thought.
2 people making a bed isn't easier than 1. Christine Marie Evans.
2018. And that was a Christine thought.
If that's the 15th thing you've heard of that level of rationale, how do you not break a window that's next to you?
How is one person... Can I ask you, Christine, how making a bed is easier with 1 person than 2 people?
Because
by the way, also part of the segment, part of the segment is I also want Christine to really dig this hole so we could do Dan Soder live from the core.
Yeah.
Every week this will dig us a little bit deeper. Watch her now try to explain to you why that makes sense ever. Good.
First of all, I told Jay when we're fighting, I'm angry and I'm not speaking correctly, and my emotions are flooding my thought process.
I get that.
But for this bed, Jay asked me to help him make the bed in the guest room.
Okay.
There's no helping make the bed in the guest room. It's just annoying to do. So I felt
it's
like
against the wall.
It's against the wall. You have to pull the piano out, and then you have to pull the bed back, and then you have to make it. The whole thing with 2 people is if 2 people make the bed, 1 person has to climb on the other side of the bed to get behind the bed to be there to straighten stuff out. And so 1 person standing on one side of the bed and just, fluffing the cover up until it lines up properly.
And then I'm talking about making the bed right. And then it spirals.
Yeah, because Jay likes to comment on my bed making skills all the time.
Oh God, that's got to be a fun thing to watch.
So you're right.
Oh, that's untucked.
It is easier. One person can definitely make a bed shittier than two people. That is true. So her argument was that, like, let me just make it shitty instead of two people making it right.
Has she ever made the bed correctly?
The one in the other room, spare room? I'll be honest, I'm not educated enough to know the answer to that. It's a very good chance, not once.
Not once.
Or every time.
Does she do a good job?
Now, when when she makes my bed, the one that we're in,
your guys' bed.
Yeah. No. Has she ever made it right? Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I have to start keeping, because Jay doesn't believe he does anything ever.
Yeah.
So I have to start keeping like a time long. The amount of times Jay said I don't spend an hour in the bathroom in the morning is hilarious. Or I don't shit for an hour is hilarious. So I was thinking I'd keep a log.
I don't shit for an hour.
He's in the bathroom for an hour.
So I stretch out.
For an hour in the bathroom.
It's happened.
I think I need to start keeping logs of Jay's bathroom time and also taking pictures of every day I make the bed versus when he makes the bed, just to prove to him it's not always me.
Do you guys hear when I come in here every day? I've got subjects for us. Where do you think those subjects come to me?
Yeah, in the bathroom, also known as the think tank. I apologize.
My office.
I didn't realize
a number of other things.
I didn't realize she was mocking the think tank. Christine, that hour in the bathroom pays for that apartment. You need to understand.
Someone else. She needs to hear from somebody else.
I don't know. Did Picasso's wife make him toss out his easels?
She needed to hear from somebody else.
I just am saying, learn how to make a bed. Sure. Jay, I am sorry.
But the good news is we could solve problems like this now because, and if you think these aren't making an appearance tomorrow and forever, my official, me and Christine's, I guess, official, but I'll defeat her out of hers. So I could eventually wear it in a crisscross pattern when we get into our apocalypse, which is coming. Lost tapes.
Yeah.
Coming up this week. The Lost tapes are practice, and they are nice weight, heft, and safe. Bow staffs showed up.
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous that you got that.
It's awesome. Why would you get Dan one? He's not a bow staff guy.
Yeah, I'm a hatchet.
I'm a bow staff guy. Then you go, well, the flag girl. And now we have to battle.
Can we battle live on the air? Can we?
Nope.
Why?
There's no way.
She keeps hitting my hands with it.
That's good. That's good.
Too. So I could fuck Christine up in a telephone booth with these sticks. I'm telling you, I'm nice. But I'm nice with. Thank you, Black Lou.
I think I want to fight Jay, guys.
But
why don't you guys fight in the office?
In here, the sticks they're too big.
Office.
They're too big.
No, we can clear that couch.
Clear the office out. I'll tell you what. You want to get a boardroom? Take those tables out. I'll do it in the fishbowl.
Yeah. Can we do a fishbowl fight?
Can me and Christine do a both staff fight in the fishbowl?
So awesome. If people are walking by the serious fishbowl, this is you and Christine having a fight with practice bow staffs.
Dude, they're the best. They're so cool.
Dude, I can't wait. I'm so excited for this.
I had a real good time with it.
Well, Christine was talking a lot of shit, saying that she was a flag girl that you could hang.
She saw what happened today.
Do you still feel confident?
I do. I was spinning them both at the same time to work up my strength.
That's awesome. I'm excited to see that. Did you see her do it?
Not like that.
What do you think she's saying she was doing there?
Oh, God damn it. Oh, God damn it.
I live with this.
Oh, God damn it. I thought she was doing a cool flip, and then she just showed me with her wrist. She was like, I was doing that. You're like, no, that's not cool. No.
I'm a really good boyfriend. Christine got fucking third-degree burns on her chest and face from exploding meatball sauce yesterday. So much so that I feel bad for that. I didn't make a thing today when I opened the microwave and there was sauce everywhere that no one even took a chance to possibly try to clean up. I just let it go. I took a first swipe at it myself. Mm-hmm. That's what I do. Now,
what a sweetheart.
It happened right when I was walking out the door that I noticed that, so I took it still needs more work, but I did get it first.
So heads up.
So Christine, when I had the skanks after this, you still gotta get it. I did take a swipe, but I didn't make a thing about it. I'm not gonna fucking hit you anymore over things like that. I will simply foam rubber bow staff at you.
I cannot wait to get these in studio.
But your days of flesh-to-flesh physical abuse are behind you.
I think, what's the things that you are
that's a gas station bride's dream, what I just said.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? That's an Eastern European bride's dream. There's a lot of women on the internet are swooning.
I wouldn't put my beautiful, precious hands upon you ever again, Christine. Why would I? When I have a 10-foot pole I can light your ass up with.
Find those. Find rubber. Yeah. Fuck some shit
The
up.
practice hatchets, by the way, are still violently sharp.
Well, then don't lose.
I guess the answer is don't lose. You better not let me get close with that bow staff.
Good news, Gumby. Your rubber ain't gonna do shit against me. I'm gonna chop right into you. E-Honda-esque.
No, I love Christine very much. I was sharing. Those burns were crazy.
Yeah, that is nuts. It does look like you put cigarettes
Microwave
Like,
meatballs.
I had to clarify because it really looks like I had cigarettes put out on me.
Yeah. Are we safe in Studio 5, Jacob? Is there an update?
I haven't. What, can I talk to you off the air about this?
No, that's the only way to not definitely.
No.
All right. Well, I was going to tell you anyway.
What do you say? You might want to bring your suitcase next week.
Yeah, he goes, guys, you're done. You got traded to Canada.
Oh, come on. This isn't some shit, is it?
What? No,
far as-
good news.
I would
off air.
just say maybe get Comedy Central involved now.
Really?
It's a new thing I'm dealing with.
They're going to boot us.
They don't have the room right now, and I don't know why I find it so funny.
Oh, I hate it. All right, we got to get Comedy Central. Yeah. Hey, I'm sure all you guys are listening. Hey, Comedy Central, do me a favor. Everyone perk up. I know this is playing over the speakers throughout the hall of the building. One of your two only live shows on the network.
Hey, Hudson Street. Eyes up.
Hey, everybody.
Sorry.
We're about to start the purge.
Hey, guy looking at his phone by a giant Cartman hoster. Tell your overlords that they need to get involved. We need some fucking muscle.
Hey, lady, praying for a Key and Peele reunion.
Yeah. Hey, girl that licenses all the Broad City material.
We need him involved. We need you to get involved now. We don't want to move studios.
Now.
Bullshit.
I don't want to move. I'm a baby! Also, we shouldn't have a show in front of us.
They need to fucking respect our asses.
Dude, they don't, dude.
We need a studio, and we need it for our pre-record, too.
I respect you a lot.
No, Jacob.
Dude, that's so great because you don't see that.
You do respect me plenty, but you fear these people.
You know who respects us?
I need you to get them to respect you. Hopefully make us not move out of here.
Yeah.
I know you're nervous. I know you're nervous, baby. I get nervous, too.
You got to get in it. So we'll get Comedy Central to give you some guns.
Are you referring to me? I'm nervous?
No.
Yeah, you're nervous, I'm saying. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you almost pull your knife out when you said that?
Did you?
Were you referring to me? You went for the hip?
He went right over his
hip. You're saying I'm nervous?
I'm so sorry. I had to move my sheepskin here. What the fuck did you just say, stranger? You must not know me, because you wouldn't talk to me like that if you knew me.
You're coming at me all wrong, Steve Leeds.
So I'm calling you stranger.
Fucking pussy.
Whoa!
Scott Greenstein, I don't like the way you're eyeballing me. You want to find yourself on the ass end of this fucking hot machete?
Because, Tom Petty negotiated an album picking his nails with a switchblade. Well, what can I say about Petty? He's a man after my own heart. This right here, this piece of steel will cut you.
I want Jacob to start shaving with a fucking giant buck knife so bad. He goes,
my baby boys like Studio 5.
Here's the thing, Greenstein. I kind of got accustomed to Studio 5.
He has a bowl of hot water. He just keeps rubbing it in.
I don't like moving around. I grown fond of this place.
Sometimes they say that wolves get angrier if you move them. I sure don't want to be an angry wolf.
Boy, oh boy, do I not want to be an angry wolf.
You got a family, don't you, Stevie?
You're, in shark-infested waters, as they say. You understand me?
You're chum.
Capiche?
Capiche?
Capiche? And then he hangs a dinger off his nutsack.
Call me Big Cat Andres Galarraga. Whack those nuts out of the park.
Big Cat Andres Galarraga is a great wrestler. You are a genius.
Let's take another break. We're going to come back with a guest. And I have a feeling that this next half hour is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. Jacob's amped up, too.
We are such the kids in the hall that got kicked out in school. We're like, I just want to see chaos. I just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah. Call me old-fashioned.
Call me old. Yeah, we're doing Corey Feldman, also Joker.
I only have 3 impressions, but they cover 52 people.
Goddamn right.
It's official, everyone. And we'll be right back. It's still the Bonfire.
back to the bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Day. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan Day. Here on the bonfire. Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. Big J. Oakerson, Dan Soder.
Hi.
Hanging out with us. He's been doing a radio tour today. I tried to talk out of it yesterday. And just coming to our show. Probably should have listened in hindsight.
Yeah.
It's Joe. Put your fucking headphones on DeRosa, everybody joining us.
It's good to be here. It's nice to close out the day with some friends.
Friendly faces, Joe.
I bet.
Before you go international, you see these loving faces.
I thought my flight to China was tomorrow. It's tonight.
Fucking
Joe, man, I fucked it up.
Joe going to the Far East.
God damn
You know the old Chinese proverb that says, DeRosa who forget flight, forget fight.
I didn't get my adapters yet for the plugs.
No.
Yeah, they probably will, right?
Yeah, you're just going to have to pay a shit ton.
Yeah, it's probably the best place to buy them.
They better motherfucking have them there.
Oh, dude, I like you're going in hot. These
Coming
guys
out
don't
hot.
even, yeah.
It's been a rough day of radio for you.
Yeah.
No, it's been a great day of radio except for one show.
Yeah.
It's been a fantastic day. I had a blast on Kevin Brennan, Burning Bridges. I had a blast on Kumia. I had a blast on Jim and Sam this morning. And I'm going to have a blast with you guys. It was one show with a real fucking cocksucker that wasn't fun.
Yeah,
Well, what I have to hear, and I hope maybe you have been talking about it all day long.
I haven't.
On these shows. But I'm so curious. I listened to it, and it's a Pete Dominick show we're talking about on Insight. Which
is slowly becoming the channel of our enemies.
It really is.
I don't mean that politically. I mean people that don't like Chan.
I mean, like, if Office goes fucking Hunger Games, it's the first ones we got to take out.
No, we're clipping them first. That's the first people we're taking out.
Inside better stiz dick.
Insight bouts to suck dick.
Well, yeah, we've already built our army, too, on the 36th floor.
To fill the crowd in a little bit on what me and Dan even know is you were on Pete Dominick's show today. Mm-hmm. We heard it started off. He gave you a lovely intro.
I mean,
we didn't.
So you guys are
we have the intro.
No, his intro is he goes before he went to break. He goes
before we went to break. I heard that for the first time right here. But
we have it right here. Play it.
I heard him.
When we come back, old friend, great comedian, actor Joe DeRosa will join us in studio for the first time in a long time. Last time he was here, you guys really liked him. I didn't, but the audience certainly did. We'll be right back.
I mean, that's clearly a joke.
Well, that's what I thought until you hear what the fuck went down.
I don't know if those two are like related.
Yeah,
I think that was a joke coming in.
No, I don't believe it.
You don't think
he came in like fuck Joe DeRosa?
Yeah, I believe I know this man intimately at this point. Because this has happened to me. The first two times I went on a show, it got hot, and we left on good terms. So the first time I was going, it was a little weird. Second time I was like, wow, what a coincidence.
Yeah.
Today I was like, and I say it on the air, I go, you do this to me every fucking time I come on the show. Like this is not a coincidence at this
So
point.
we'll get, so you didn't like the intro, and then
I didn't go in hot over the intro.
Okay.
I just, in hindsight, I'm like, oh.
That was
he was like ready to be condescending.
That was a Priya.
This is a guy I've known for 15 years.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one thing you didn't know about him. That would have been a perfect time to drop it. We made wonderful drops about this already.
Oh, yeah, we've already listened to the audio and decided what we wanted to drop.
For someone you know very well, one fact you didn't have.
I go to Atlanta all the time.
I go to Atlanta all the time.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing. So, Jade, you want to fill in everyone with what happened? Because, I mean, you listened to the full thing.
Sure. Well, I mean, I want Joe ultimately I want him to tell his
I feel like
side of it ultimately. But as a person listening to it, like, it did seem like Pete's very argumentative for sure.
Yeah.
And they were getting, and I was very much disagreeing with Pete. He seemed to take issue with Joe lumping him in with the left and saying, you know, people like you guys, you know, making it the we of it all, or the them of it all, like a group. And Pete took issue with that, and then a lot of times in the conversation described him and his beliefs as us, we.
Yeah, he's full of shit.
But says, you know what I'm saying? He goes, we, like the left, think this, and we and us, and so I thought that was an odd thing to complain about it all. But
he does that classic thing that right wing and left wing people do, where they go, dude, I actually lean left, but Trump is brilliant. And you're like, what are you talking? Just be who you are, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, who cares about it? And you were doing that, and he was pressing a bit. But I will say, and maybe it's just how certain people's personality rubs you.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't see it coming when you flipped. But I feel like he was just like thumbnailing you in the left tit for 30 minutes.
I can explain. What made me pop was that he was being so condescending the whole time, and I just kept giving him leeway. I just kept being like, because very early on in the interview, he says, when he talks about my column in Penthouse, he goes, so you talk about things you don't believe in, and blah, 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 blah. And I go, well, yeah, there's exceptions to every rule, but you got to speak in generalities when you write these sort of op-ed pieces. And he goes, it's just sad to me to think like, he was kind of putting these little jabs in, and I kept letting them slide. And the thing that really set me the fuck off was when I started talking about my very, very liberal best friend, Jim Pinkstone, who I grew up with, who lives in Atlanta, who was kind of telling me like, we always talk about this shit, and he goes, hey bro, like, I get it. Like, you're in LA, you're in the literal polar opposite of what I'm in. I'm in Atlanta where it's like, everybody's like, Trump, guns, we love it, blah, blah, blah. He goes, and that pisses me off and I get furious. He goes, you're in the opposite of that, and you get furious at the opposite of that. So when I started talking about that, and then Pete goes, well, maybe you should just get your own experiences instead of just listening to what your friend thinks. That's when I was like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah. Well, we actually have, Jacob says we have the actual clip of that moment.
Oh, lovely.
The explosion of Volcano DeRosa.
I haven't heard it yet.
It'd be great if this ends with you going, he goes, maybe I did jump the gun.
I made a terrible mistake. Guys, can you give me 5 minutes? I gotta go text Pete. I said some shit I didn't mean.
You got it, Lou?
This one? You spent time in Atlanta?
Yes. I spent a lot of time in Atlanta.
Atlanta's like a bastion of liberal ideology.
No, it's not.
Yeah, everything around
Hold on, can I tell you right now? Already, as your friend, I can hear the gas on your breath.
Yeah,
I can hear Joe coming in. As someone that knows Joe, as Joe coming in.
This is, by the way, this is the 32-minute mark of a fucking discussion.
It's like, it's if you dropped into like a long car ride, like 9 hours in, and he goes, is that a mountain? He goes, yeah, that's a mountain. Yeah. That's a fucking mountain. You can ask me about everything. We're in the fucking Rockies. They're all fucking Rockies.
This is 32 minutes in, and this is the point where I realized, like, this motherfucker did this to me every time I've come on the show, and I'm done.
So start to click again, sorry.
You spent time in Atlanta?
Yes. I spent a lot of time in Atlanta.
Atlanta's like a bastion of liberal ideology.
No, it's not.
Yeah, everything around Atlanta sucks. No?
Pete, no, you're wrong. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Then pick another city that's like that, if that's not good.
I think there's plenty of others. I feel like Atlanta, I have always, my understanding is Atlanta itself has always been liberal. They are liberal politicians.
I go to Atlanta 4 times a year to visit my best friend in the world, and every time I talk to him, he's like, dude, I'm just surrounded by...
Well, maybe you should have your own experience.
I thought you were currently visiting your best friend in the world.
I should say my oldest friend, you needy bitch. You don't fuck you, right?
No, it's fine. It's totally cool.
Dude,
but you can hear it in
Dude, let me tell you, because I think this is what you're going to say as well.
Yeah.
You can hear the you can just hear him being condescending. My friend got married, and he has a college friend that I don't know. And sometimes we hang out. The guy used to live in New York. We just don't get along. He's a condescending prick. At the guy's wedding, at my friend's wedding, we were sitting there talking, and I had a blow up like this, and it just reminded me of that. Because he was like, I was like, yeah, Charleston? I think Bill Murray has a house in Charleston, South Carolina. That's the sentence that I said.
Yeah.
And he goes, we were just there. Bill Murray has a house in South Carolina. It was that kind of thing where I go, yeah, I think so. And he goes, you're sure it's Charleston? And I go,
how could we have not...
That's exactly what it is.
An invite to his house then?
That's exactly what it was. And finally I was like, hey, are you just going to be I was like, are you going to be a prick about this? And so I can hear where it's going. Cause he's like doing that thing where he goes, I mean, I thought I knew Atlanta, but apparently I don't know. I don't know the Atlanta that you know.
Well, he knows it cause he goes down there to perform, which you'll hear in a second.
All right.
This guy, he's a comic.
When he worked on CNN.
By the way, the best stuff happened off air, and I want to tell you. I want to tell you all those details.
Well, do you know what happened on the show after you left?
No.
Oh, dude.
Oh, do you have that?
Oh, some great phone calls came afterwards.
Do you have that? I can get it. I don't have it.
Get it. Can you?
How many people hated me and how many people agreed with me?
Well, they didn't put through anybody who agreed with you, I don't think.
Yeah,
well, one guy said, well, you are... Well, I don't want to...
Joe. All right, stop blowing the mouth stuff. We're doing mouth stuff to each other now. We're gonna get full into it.
Fair enough.
It's gonna lead in here.
Fair enough. Sorry.
I want to do more mouth stuff.
Let's just try a little mouth stuff. But we...
So play the rest of the clip.
Yeah.
If that's not, I think there's plenty of others. I feel like Atlanta. I have always. My understanding is Atlanta itself has always been liberal. They elect liberal politicians.
I go to Atlanta 4 times a year to visit my best friend in the world, and every time I talk to him, he's like, "Dude, I'm just surrounded by."
Well, maybe you should have your own experiences, not based on what your best friend is saying. I've been to Atlanta a bunch of times, and I felt differently. No. What do you get so frustrated for?
Because that fucking... Yeah, sorry. We were at 5 seconds.
I do know what Joe's face did there. I went
like this. I went like that.
That's what I would have guessed.
Yeah.
I would have went...
I look off to the side. It was my Billy Bats moment. Where I'm like...
Do I do it? Go get your shine box. All right. Sorry.
You should have your own experiences, not based on what your best friend is saying. I mean, I've been to Atlanta a bunch of times, and I felt differently. No? What do you get so frustrated for?
Because you're a cunt.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You're being a cunt. You're being condescending.
What does it even mean?
What do you mean, what does it mean? You know what it means?
No, I don't. I don't know how you're using it.
Every fucking time I come on this show, off air you go, "Hey dude, it's great to you. You want to talk about this?" And I go, "Yeah, let's talk about Twitter or whatever the fuck it is." And then we go on the air and you're so fucking condescending. You sit there and you go, "Don't you dare say this. This isn't right. That's not right. You're wrong. This is wrong." And I go, "Well, no, Pete, I don't agree. I actually think this." You go, "Well, you're fucking wrong." And even with this fucking Atlanta thing, a city you never go to that I go to
Atlanta all the time. For what? CNN, I work there. I went there every week. I go there all the time. I do gigs. I was just there. I just spent the night in Atlanta.
Oh, the night?
We're going to take a break.
Night?
We'll be right back either with or without Joe.
By the way, like Joe goes, "The night? You spent the night?"
You spent the night. I spent days, dude. I'm day Atlanta. Do you know what day Atlanta is?
I do like arguing over the difference of days versus the... He goes, "I had 3 nights in Atlanta."
It's just so funny.
Well, it's like I literally go down there for like a week and a half at a time and stay with live in the environment. And I love Atlanta, but it's like this fucking guy, "I just spent the night there.
I go to Atlanta all the time."
Yeah, you don't know. Cuomo and I went down there to do a piece. Shut the fuck up, Pete.
I go to Atlanta all the time.
So what happened?
So it didn't end good off air, huh?
Yeah, because he dumped
it got nasty off air.
Well, because what happens is he dumped out of that quick.
He's
like, "Let's go to break." Fuck, My Atlanta cred's on the line here. He goes, I'm down with the Dungeon family. I'm down with, he goes, "You don't know. I got Goody Mob. I'll have fucking Goody Mob on." CeeLo calls up Joe DeRosa. He goes,
"Hey, CeeLo, what are you doing, man? Talking shit?"
He goes,
"That's my boy."
Hey, Pete, who hung out with T-Pain strip club in Atlanta? Not you, motherfucker.
That would be. Oh, shit.
Who made it rain with T-Pain? Me?
So what happens? He goes to commercial. You guys take the headphones off and go, "That was good."
Dude, no. Jesus, not even.
I know, I'm kidding.
No, I know you're kidding, but I'm like, there wasn't even a second of like, well, that was weird. You know, it was like, dude, he leapt out of his chair and he started screaming at me.
What was he yelling at you?
What every extremely left liberal ever yells at you when they're wrong. He goes, "How dare you? How dare you?" He just kept yelling, "How dare you?" at me. And I was like, "Pete, fuck off, man." And he goes, I was actually very
like, "How dare you?" To say that. To say that for real,
you know what it is?
To another dude is like, I bet you can get there for sure, but it's a funny one to get there.
It's on the same level as the audacity.
Yeah.
The audacity.
I never. Yeah, and it's like, Pete, it wasn't that daring. You're a fucking moron. Yeah. This was easy to do.
You challenged beliefs.
But he's screaming, "How dare you?" And then he goes, I go, "What? What the fuck?" Right? And he goes, "How dare you? You come on my show and
poppycock in front of
poppycock." He goes, "You come on my show." I was very proud of this response. He goes, "You come on my show in front of my audience." He's screaming at me. And call me a condescending cunt. And I go, "Pete, to be fair, I called you a cunt and condescending separately."
Just like that?
Yeah, that's good.
And he did not think that was funny.
Like steam boiling.
It's like,
dude,
it's what's his name in fucking Roger Rabbit?
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
At the end where you realize that Christopher, what's his name, is the guy?
Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, it's like, Pete, do I have to put you in the dip? Stop it. Relax.
Pete puts a cartoon shoe in a fucking oil derrick in front of you. Pete goes, "Do you know what happens? Like someone challenged me. I go, no, you put that cartoon Daisy back in its pod.
Monster.
Yeah.
He's literally, I'm not exaggerating. He's so mad that he's jumping up and down. He's jumping up and down.
After you said,
after the whole thing, like that, I slipped that to be fair comment in while he was jumping up and down. And he's jumping up and down, and he's fucking pointing at me, and he's going, how dare you? You're supposed to be my fucking friend. I defended you for 3 years. And I go, what the fuck are you talking about? You defended me. And he goes, before we went on the air, I said I wanted to talk about you and the Kumia thing that happened on Twitter, and you said I don't want to. And I go, Pete, you didn't fucking defend me. I said me and Kumia squashed the beef 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. I don't want to fucking talk about it. How is that you defending me?
Yeah.
And he's screaming at me. Then his producer comes in. His producer's like, Joe.
5 minutes there, boss.
Yeah, and he's like, Joe, I'm sorry.
3?
Yeah.
And
you're on.
He goes,
In 3.
Pete, the mics are hot. Guys,
Pete, we've got the Ovaltine's live read. If you could just.
The people at Bowl and Branch want you to have the same kind of comfort.
I cannot believe Blink Camera offers you a better way to look at security. In 15 years, I fed you from my breast.
Sleep as cool as the other side of the pillow every night.
3 U.S. presidents. What's that?
3 U.S. presidents be wrong?
Symphony Sid on
So it's
Howard.
He said, wow.
Never mind. Howard's movie, Symphony Sid.
Symphony Sid.
So his producer comes in, and he starts holding Pete back, and he's going, Pete, stop.
Holding him back, like physically?
Yeah. And he's going, Pete, stop. And he's going, Joe, I'm sorry. And I'm like, whatever, man. And I start walking out. Pete is like trying to jump past his producer at me.
What?
I'm not bullshitting. He's trying to jump past his producer at me.
To fight you?
Dude, he's screaming maniacally at me.
Where is this?
In his fucking studio.
Where? I thought he was from home now.
No, right over there. It was right over there. And he's going...
Is it one of the thin studios that's got the glass?
It's one of the glass ones, yeah. And he's going, fuck you, you motherfucker. Why don't you come back and talk to me like a man? And whatever. And I go, I'm right fucking here, Pete.
Yeah.
What the fuck you want to talk? I'm right fucking here.
I'm standing here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm standing here.
And he's screaming.
Outside.
And his producer's holding him back. And long story short, I go, Pete, what do you want to fight me? Mm-hmm. What do you want to fight me? And he goes, I don't fight people because I'm a grown-up, especially friends. I don't fight friends. And he's screaming at me. And I go, and this is the last thing I said to him. I go, oh, this was a good one. Oh, this was a good fucking knife twist. I go, hey, Pete, if you think I'm the first one of your pals that came on your radio show and left thinking you're a fucking asshole, you're wrong. Which is true. And as I was walking out, he was going, you made that up! That's a lie!
Dude, what a maniacal...
Shit, dude. I was like, all right, that's such a fucking fist clincher in front of your face. Yeah.
He was screaming at me. You made that up, that's a lie. And I was like,
it's the same noise that would happen if you splashed grease in his face.
My beautiful eyes!
That's great. Because a lot of people leave this show and fucking hate it.
Watch it only makes the burn worse! Hey, Pete, a lot of people think you're a dick.
He's like, fuck you, you don't know what you're talking about. By the way, everyone else hates you. Shoots through the roof.
Several floors.
Just all the way up.
And that was it. And then I went and told several serious employees that I'm friends with, who I won't name because I don't want to pull anybody else in my shit. But I went and told several serious employees, like, hey, this is just what happened. And every single one of them goes, dude, that's awesome. He's a dick. Not one person was like, really? That's fucked up. Every single person was like, he's a fucking asshole. Thank you for doing that.
Really? So I don't know that side of Pete at all.
I've known it for years, and I've always let it slide because I'm just like, Pete's... I try to give motherfuckers the benefit of the doubt. I'm just like, dude,
I've done Pete's show on such a benign level. Do you know what I mean? I've done a show to talk about. It's not really political.
This motherfucker
I don't get into the politics of it at all because
This motherfucker thinks he's Michael Moore suddenly, and it's like, hey, Pete, I remember when you took that fucking show on, and when you told me that you didn't think you could do it because you don't know dick about fucking politics. And I'm sorry if I don't sit home all night and all day reading facts and information and statistics out of a newspaper that I then go on the air and regurgitate to people. You fucking hack.
Yeah.
You're a fucking hack phony. You're a pundit. Barely. Fuck you, you're Ann Coulter. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
Fuck
you're
you.
fucking Michael Moore? More like Michael Bohr.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, Michael Moore?
Whoa, Jay.
Michael Moore? More like Michael. Hold on. More like Michael.
Joey Rosa's back in. Joey Rosa. Joe.
Get the fuck out of my face. It's and he's screaming at me, you're my friend, and how dare you do this? He's like, dog, I haven't even talked to you in 3 years.
I go to Atlanta all the time.
That's why.
I go to Atlanta all the time. The cry of a liar.
Yeah.
I called you all the time.
Yeah.
No, you didn't, Pete.
I get 11 black friends. 11. Yeah.
Also, you text. Look at this.
Dude, the fucking Roger Rabbit thing's not leaving my head. I mean, it just sounded like you just finally blew up and called a guy on his shit.
I listen, he has done that to me the last, again, all 3 times I went on a show, he did that to me. He said, and by the way, here's what the conversation was before we went on the air, and that's why I said, off the fucking air, you're all nice and whatever. Before we went on, he goes, I want to talk about, like, the Twitter thing you just quit. Like, does that have anything to do with the Kumia? And I go, no, it's got nothing to do with that. They're 2 separate things. I go, please don't bring up the Kumia shit. We're cool. I'm doing a show later today. We're friends. Like, I don't there's no reason to reopen that can of worms. And I go, I quit Twitter because I wanted to quit Twitter. And I go, I'll talk to you about that all day long if you want to.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with what happened 2 years, 3 years ago, whatever. I go, I'll talk to you about, I'd love to talk about that. And he goes, okay, cool. That's great. Let's talk about it. And he goes, and you're writing for Penthouse. That's fucking great. And I go, thanks, man. I'm like, yeah, let's talk about it. So as soon as we start, he goes, so you write op-eds for Penthouse. That's fucking cool. Like, what's the column about? And I go, it's called You Let Me Down. And it's about how everything I was taught to believe in as a kid is bullshit. Mm-hmm. I feel let down. He goes, that's a great idea. So give me an example of one. I go, well, you know me, Pete. Like, I don't really believe in the integrity of any industry or institution or belief structure, whatever. And he's like, okay. So, but give me an example. 'Cause don't you think that's a little negative? You know what I mean? And
he turned into a Dice character?
He starts right the fuck in. Ow! Joe! How dare you say to me, you're gonna come into my studio and say things to me. Fuck you, my
Speaking of which, universe fell out.
You're my friend.
Speaking of which, Mo.
When I was on Anthony's thing today, I told him we were watching the Dice Gay and Dice Finds Jesus videos.
Yeah.
And I threw these 2 at him, and he did them spot on. I go, can you please do Andrew Mice Clay, where it's Andrew Mice Clay as a mouse? And he goes, I see this fucking wood thing with cheese. I go, take the cheese. It slams on my yam bag. I shoot my load all over the gadget. And he also did Andrew Rice Clay, where I go, just do Dice, where he owns a restaurant where they serve nothing but rice. So funny.
Dude,
anyway,
fucking great. I do. That Dice impression will get me.
Oh my god! It was
Maybe
so funny.
Pete could get you back with a Dice impression.
That's what I was wondering.
I'll never. Listen,
I'm saying, is the bridge burned? Is there no way to ever go back to?
No, I'll never talk to that motherfucker again.
Ever talk to him again?
But you will meet him in the squared circle.
Yeah. What I'm saying is November 17th in Atlantic City.
I'm not.
Are you running from Pete Dominick?
I'm not a fucking psycho. If I see the guy, I'll be cordial. But it's like, why would I want to be friends with him?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I want to be friends with him? It's like I did his show as a fucking favor to him today.
Yeah.
I brought some entertainment into his fucking horseshit, bullshit, boring ass show today.
Can I tell you that was?
And I wanted to cancel.
That's how I described what your appearance was going to be on our show too. That's exactly how Christina and I wrote it up.
Well, now you're here with friends, and we.
But I mean, you know what I mean? It's like nobody's vying to go on the Pete Dominick show. Nobody's like, oh, that sounds like a blast. Yeah, I guess I'll do it.
Who wants to be on the Pete Dominick show? If you're out there, 844 Comedy 9. Let's want to be on the Pete Dominick show. We're booking it right now. Let's see what the reaction is. Maybe the phone lines are blasted, maybe not. We'll find out when we come back from break. Let's find out if anybody wants to be on the Pete Dominick show, or maybe nobody does. I'll let you know what the phone lines do.
They're coming in hot. There's a lot of ringing.
We're hanging out with Joe DeRosa. Everybody.
No, that's not the real phone.
It's the phone.
No, we have a whole phone line here. There's a woman downstairs going nuts, tangled up in wires, trying to connect them all.
I give her taffy every year.
I got Grand Central Station. I got to connect.
Hello, Bonfire.
Florida, talk to Nebraska. Nebraska, Maine.
Bonfire, 342, going to Mr. Dominick's office, Bonfire.
All those lines lead back to one thing. The Bonfire. We're hanging out with Joe DeRosa. We'll be right back.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Jesus H. Christ. Gronkowski's girlfriend is gorgeous.
Camille Koska, who's been on the show, is just the hottest woman in the world.
I call her Gronkowski's girlfriend because I don't want to overly sexualize her.
Oh, I get it. I call her a human being.
Yeah, you try to pretend he doesn't even exist.
No, I don't do that at all.
And that's just a major disrespect to another
What
man.
are you talking about?
It's just a disrespect.
Oh, my God.
It's just a disrespect.
I say how great of a tight end he is.
Dan is disrespecting Gronkowski.
Receive it, try it.
Did Joey change your ticket to go to China?
It was $5,000 to change the ticket.
Is that
Seriously?
Come on, baller.
Come on, dude.
Come on, baller.
Dude, if you don't change it, Pete Dominick.
I ain't got that kind of money.
You got that AMC spinoff cash.
Yeah.
You got that AMC spinoff cash.
What's AMC spinoff cash? Is that what he said?
Yeah, spinoff.
Isn't that AMC?
What's that?
Yeah.
What's spinoff cash?
Spinoff from
Wasn't Better Call Saul
spinoff of Breaking Bad.
Oh, spinoff. I thought you meant AMC theaters. I was like, I don't understand. What the fuck is AMC?
You got that Lowe's Fastware?
Yeah, those Joe DeRosa souvenir cups that they sell at AMC
Joe
theaters.
did not understand what I was saying.
Damn it, man. I wanted to have like another day with you.
Oh.
It would have been fun.
Well, I mean, that was.
I'm gonna leave. I have to leave before you even get home tonight.
No, don't worry. I have to go to Legion of Skanks. Christine's going home, so handle your biz. I guess you could fuck her. You could bow staff fight her.
Oh, Jesus.
Bow staff
You could make her pack. I'll tell you what you don't do. The bed you've been staying in, do not try to make it with her.
That is a one-person job.
You want someone screaming, how dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
I just, it hurts me because I go to Atlanta all the time and nobody understands.
Do you think Pete sends some assassins after you in China?
I don't know. I feel that he could maybe kill me with the power of his huge head.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, guess
like
who
a
else?
brainiac kind of
I bet it's a hard head. It would fucking cave your chest.
I'll tell you this, Joe.
No, I feel like he could kill me.
Oh,
with powers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because
Like a
if
stare.
you're doing telekinesis,
Like a dark stare.
Telekinesis is one thing, but
he's got an oversized brain like that Green Lantern villain.
But I was going to say, if you're in a straight battering ram situation, call your boy DS, because I'll fucking fight him like two grown rams.
Oh yeah, remember the ram?
You also have a huge head.
Yeah,
man. You guys could clash mind waves.
Not mind waves. We'll just crash domes in the serious hallway.
Just goddamn old school, man. Just head joust.
Dude, how great would that be if Jacob's like, hey, Dan, we actually had to move studios, and was walking down, and we catch each other in the hallway, and I go... Jacob goes,
No, Dan, I know what you're doing. Pete, if you could just walk the other way.
just run down the hallway.
That's that old shit.
Yeah.
We only have 10 minutes left of the show, Joe, but do you want to hear any of the phone call? Jacob pulled some of the phone calls.
Yeah, I do. I'd like to hear
And these motherfuckers.
I'll tell you what, before you get into the phone call, again, this guy...
Shout out Smoke Honey real quick.
You did defend a thing. and I'm with you. We talked about this actually last night.
Mm-hmm.
So it was funny that it came up on that show.
Mm-hmm.
I want people to stop talking about the fucking Proud Boys so bad that it's driving me bonkers. They keep getting more and more press and by everyone going, they're a white supremacist group. I go, well, you guys go focus on actual white supremacist groups.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Are you wasting the time of this goofy initiation thing? It's so weird to I
know. I actually said to people
on
the program,
You have to defend them then. You have to go,
I go, Pete, how are Mexican people white supremacists? What are you talking about?
He did go, his answer was, they are.
Which is retarded.
He goes, or he said anybody.
Sorry, we're not supposed to say
he said anybody could be a white supremacist. Stop it, Joe. Don't go PC on us, everybody. We're trying to be the last bastion.
Not anybody can be a white supremacist. Only white people can be a white supremacist.
What a hilarious way to
and retards, because no one takes this seriously when they are.
Yeah, I'd love to hear what his dumb fucking fans think, please.
It's just me calling in.
He goes, hey, I think it was Pete.
Pete,
I thought you made some good points. That guy got irrational and just left.
Hi, it's Dan in Astoria. Just want to call and say, love you, big fan, first time caller. That guy sucked.
I want to call and he goes, hey, we got Big J on the line from the East Village. I go, how dare he?
Yeah.
How dare he did that to you? I know, Jay.
He has to match your energy.
Right.
His producers are like, my eardrums have been snapped by his yelling 3 times.
All the time.
I go to Atlanta all the time too.
Yeah, I'm so curious here.
All right, well, we are
good
back
rejoin
without
music.
Joe DeRosa.
Great.
That interview and friendship seems to be, well, the interview is definitely over.
Oh.
We had a big argument during the commercial break. The biggest argument I've ever had with any guest, and it's just super disappointing to me because definitely one of the people I've been closest to in the past.
Closest to?
Anymore. Like a lot of my comedians.
Well, that also surprised me too. I go, were you guys super close?
No.
A man that I made love to several times on stormy evenings. A man who saved me when the Russians invaded.
I always think he's more personal than that. He goes, this guy talked me off a ledge a whole bunch when I was on the edge, man.
How fucking delusional this guy is.
We were murder police in Baltimore.
This is a guy who was closest to it's
we worked
insanity.
Sanitation together, the old route in the Bronx.
Joe DeRosa, man, I'm very close to, served in Vietnam, a couple tours of the Da Nang River, got bloody. We saw some stuff neither one of us could wash off.
It's nuts. It contributes to how delusional he is. It's nuts.
DeRosa, dude, it would be great if he goes, a man I named a child after.
My godfather to 3 of my 4 children. Had I known him longer, I'd be all 4.
I've literally never even met his wife or his kids. And he's like, this is the guy I was closest to.
My closest.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You guys were in the fucking foxhole together, but the proverbial foxhole of comedy.
You guys were making jokes and
sure. Well, no, I was in the foxhole of comedy. He was, I mean, come on. Was he ever in the comedy foxhole?
Oh!
Yeah.
Let's move on with this call.
All right, yeah, let me hear, I want to hear this.
I've been closest to in the past. I don't want to talk much anymore, like a lot of my comedian friends, but sucked. If I'm ever being condescending...
Oh, pause it. I just realized, I wonder if that's a thing when he goes...
Of course it is.
He goes, we don't talk... No. Of course, I know the whole reaction is.
No,
but specifically what you said about the other people...
Yeah.
Not liking the show.
Yeah.
He went, he goes, I don't talk to him much anymore. Like a lot of my other comedians.
Yeah, because Pete, you're not a fucking comedian. You're not a comedian. You're a guy that did comedy at one point and still gets to do it occasionally because you have a fucking radio show and you do shit on CNN. You're not a fucking comic. Stop it. Stop fucking talking like you're out there every fucking night like the rest of us. You're not. You've never been funny. You've never been a fucking real comic. Shut the fuck up. I'm just so tired of it. I'm so tired of everybody claiming the same shit. Oh, I've been there. I get it. No, you fucking don't.
I don't want to cut you off, but the surprise this was going to be that when the second caller calls, Pete, takes it all back. And,
he does?
He gets, weirdly, apologetic to you.
It also really compliments your comedy.
Yeah. I feel bad letting you roll on, but he
Are you being serious?
He hyper-complimented
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
No, okay. Let's hear it.
That would have been great, though.
I wouldn't have backpedaled, but I'm just saying,
Oh, man, that was so close.
He goes, ooh, because This next clip's going to be a little off.
I mean, I can describe this only as a verbal blowjob of what he gives you. He calls you.
He says he was completely at fault. He really did get cunty. He said there was no better word he could have picked. He did some reflecting over the break.
Turns out he got some test results today that put him in a bad mood. I go, yeah, it gets worse. He is sick, Joe. And you yelled at him.
Go ahead. We only have 5 minutes. Let's play as much as we can.
Damn it.
I know.
Sucks. If I'm ever being condescending or disrespectful, then absolutely I should be called upon it, even in the moment. But the way that went, given my relationship with him, I thought it sucked. So, whenever I'm being condescending or disrespectful to anybody, on the air, off the air, I expect to be called out. And when it's with a friend or someone I care about a lot, expect it to go differently. That sucked, and it is over, and we will move on.
Well,
plenty more
we won't.
That we can talk about today. Would love to hear from you on anything.
Mm-hmm. Hey!
877-9-7.
Hey, Pete, what's going on? It's Dan. Just want to know.
You're the damn call, Dan.
Dan's give out the number. I was trying to jump
like
in.
you're watching the season finale of Sopranos. Dan's like, oh, this part's really good. Dan, shut up. Let me hear it.
Or are we just playing another man's radio show on our radio show?
I want to hear the damn call.
He was listing the number. Play it. Hit play. What's the call?
And we can discuss a lot about what we were just trying to have a conversation about.
He's still yammering.
And I'm sure my
yammering, big-headed freak.
Help, but
hey, watch the
by the way, here's one thing that you could, I guess, fact check. Sorry, I interrupted him on this, but it's Atlanta. I always thought, given my experience in Atlanta, was a more.
Can I tell you what this is? This is fuck, dude. This is such a spiteful move because it's when you have an argument in front of someone. If you have an argument with somebody in front of someone and then they leave and you go, I mean, they're like wrong. They're wrong, right? It's like. I'd like.
Yeah, this is like when your wife storms out and you go, "Am I crazy?"
Like, that's what it was.
Yeah, you're kind of crazy, dude.
You threatened to kill her.
You shouldn't have thrown that wine in her face. It was a little too much.
Yeah, because
I'm the asshole.
It's totally
I'm the asshole.
Yeah. He goes. I didn't want to bring this up, but actually, it went. All right. Hit play. Sorry, we only got a minute.
Of who they elect there to run the city.
Shut up,
and I'm sure there are a lot of conservatives. It is down south, but it's like, I always thought Atlanta was the liberal part of Georgia, which is why,
So you can just scroll
for example, someone like Stacey Abrams is the
Yeah, goddamn, we almost had him on that second phone call.
I just want to hear one of his kiss-ass fans be like,
First one's coming up.
I want to lick your head. Love big heads.
I just wanted to say that I didn't think you were being condescending at all unless facts themselves are condescending.
What a condescending phone call. That was a fucking...
Unless facts themselves.
Dude, that's Inception. That's condescension in a phone call.
Yeah.
Because unless you
folded over onto itself of condescension.
The condescensions are inverted.
Yeah. Because my condescensions were inverted?
Just the way he goes, unless facts are condescending.
Oh my God.
fucking turd.
Yes, freshen me up, please.
No, I need to sit back into my bath.
By the way, who has time to call into a political radio show at 11:45 in the morning?
On their lunch break, just cranking the number over and over again?
Working? Do you not work? What are you doing?
Yes, I cannot go back to work unless I get this call over.
Put me through, please.
I want to hear this. Let's see. Does he go?
Is that all that guy says?
No.
Oh, okay, sure.
Much he hates Jews and black people. I mean, it's not even close.
We jumped ahead. That sounds really bad. That sounded bad.
What was that?
He says that the Proud Boys are, in fact, white supremacists, basically. And,
fuck
and
that.
You can check.
Me that edit. Save me that edit. Because when Jay just comes back in, it sounds like we're talking about DeRosa. He goes, it says a lot of stuff about Jews and blacks.
Joe's face really goes, well, that's a wild accusation to make.
What the fuck?
I heard the name Joe. Hang on.
DeRosa?
Yeah.
Didn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. To be quite blunt, he's screaming about how the Proud Boys are not fascists. They explode.
No, that's not what I said.
White supremacists.
And by the way, that's not what I said. I said they're not Nazis.
You said they're not white supremacists.
Yeah, I go, you can't, I go, the left sounds very dumb when it discredits your cause when you use a word like Nazis against people that aren't Nazis. I go, I don't like them. I think they're fucking idiots. Right. I don't subscribe to it. But stop saying they're Nazis. They have Jewish members. They have Hispanic members.
Now there's probably...
Be accurate.
There's probably racists in the Proud Boys, but
be accurate in your attack.
Yeah.
Be accurate in your. That's literally what I was saying. And these fucking morons are so self-righteous they can't even step back and go, "Oh, actually, maybe our argument would be more effective if we were more accurate." They just go, "No, you're wrong." And it's like, yeah, I'm sorry, dude. You're not going to Hannah Gatsby my fucking definition of Nazi. All right, you don't get to just come in and go, "Comedy doesn't mean laughter." Yes, it fucking does.
Well,
yes, it fucking does. Don't sit here and tell me Nazi doesn't mean you can't be Mexican. Yes, it does.
Well, I don't know if you know.
Fucking psycho.
I'm actually doing my next special talking to a skull in the catacombs, but maybe that's not how you think comedy's supposed to be. I guess you're looking for laughter and not the awkward ambiance of the skulls of the skulls of people who settled the land.
God damn, Jay, you're gonna win
shit.
You're gonna win 2 Emmys in a row.
Oh, you guys aren't gonna come to my? Oh, you can't. I mean, you can come watch from behind the camera. I can let about 10 friends hang out, but I need the still silence. I'm doing my whole next special at a pet cemetery.
What?
And while there's a high priestess doing an incantation behind me. I don't want to make it a whole thing. Well, it's my jump. It's my leap. It's my jump into post-comedy.
I'm going to do it. My next comedy special is I'm going to make the audience cry. Because what is comedy? You know what I mean? Why does it mean laughter? Why can't it be crying?
How dare you!
Oh, my God.
How dare you!
I don't have time.
Let's go see Joe DeRosa! Hey,
Joe DeRosa. And by the way, I love that these progressive fans that are calling in that all sound like my fucking great uncle. Joe DeRosa knows his ass from a hole in the ground.
Wouldn't know his dick from a doorknob if I had to guess.
Oh, goddamn! If my ass ain't an anarchist, I'll tell you. I know an aardvark when I see one.
Joe DeRosa, you got an album recording coming up in Atlanta because, of course,
you go to
Atlanta all the time.
I love Atlanta. So I'm going back to my second album I've recorded there.
So,
all the time.
You want to give your information where it's going to be happening?
At the Earl, September, I think it's the 30th, whatever that last Sunday of September is, 7 to 9:30 at the Earl, and the album will be released exclusively to Sirius XM. That's the only place you're going to be able to hear it. So
that's awesome. Fucking awesome.
Check it out.
So
My
absolutely.
podcast, We'll See You in Hell, about horror and sci-fi movies. Check it out on Starburns Audio Network.
Yeah. Me and Dan will be here all week, so just go to dansoder.com.
Go to bigjcomedy.com.
And subscribe to the podcast, Best of the Bonfire, wherever you download podcasts. Please subscribe, rate, review. Even if you're not going to listen to us as a podcast and you listen on Sirius, we want them to know that you guys are listening. And we'll be back with some more funs for you tomorrow.
Goddamn right.
Bonfire.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you sign off the show without me? The audacity.
You Nazi.
This is a man that I thought I knew well.
You're a Nazi, dude.
All right, are we off air now? Okay. Joe, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? I thought you're my friend. How could you?